Well, hello, everybody. This is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show on the Psychic Spectrum Radio Network. I'm Skip.
And I'm still Sharon, Princess of Chocolate and Sparkles.
Yeah, and everything in between.
Oh, my Lord.
So how is everybody?
Talking, having a good time to ourselves, and you go, we're not live.
Yeah, we were
funny.
A few minutes
my
late
Lord.
start.
It's the button thing again.
V is with us, and Wendy from Billings.
Oh, good. Okay.
And V is in California. So
no, she's in
California.
You're right.
I'm always right.
Oh, yeah.
And Rose is with us from the UK.
Ireland, I believe.
Ireland, yes.
Ireland. There we go with the accent again.
I know. Good to see you too, V. Hey, we got a kind of a treat for you today. We got Matt Shea, who's going to be coming on a little bit for us. And Matt is our man on the streets. We've had trouble lately getting him online because of schedules and technical things.
But also, this is a treat for the Saturday people because he's usually on the second Tuesday.
Yes, we usually have him on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Saturday people get to see it.
So let me see what else we got here. Oh, Crystal's with us, and V's in Delaware, not California.
I knew it wasn't California.
Yeah, okay.
You weren't right.
Well,
I should take a picture of this moment.
That's rare.
That's what I mean.
It's rare.
Oh, shoot.
Anyhow, we got a good show for you today. Matt is going to take us to a haunted place in Idaho this time instead of Washington, and he's going to explain the place for us. And if you ever get a chance to go there, or maybe you have gone there and didn't know the history about it being haunted, but you can go back now and check it out, knowing what you're going to know.
I don't think I've ever been there, but I've heard of it a lot, all through my young days.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you were from Eastern Washington.
Yeah, but so. I mean, I actually heard that it was a cool lake, which is kind of. It's something I've heard it from the time I was probably in single digits, and I've gone through decades, and now it comes up again. I think that's kind of cool.
Debbie's joined us from hot, humid, and mosquito-bitten La Quinta, California.
Oh, Debbie, I feel sorry for you.
That's right next to Palm Springs. I didn't know they had mosquitoes down there.
Well, it's hot enough.
Yeah.
You know, though, I did see a mosquito the other day. Somebody sent a picture of it from down in that area, and they were flying with a fan with one. You know, they have four feet. So one fan had one leg had a fan in it, you know. No. That's how hot it was.
No.
Yeah, they were flying around three-legged, and one leg was fanning them.
Like I said, hang in there because we're going to get to Matt in about 5 or 10 minutes. We have him as our man on the street.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give us a report on a haunted place in Idaho this time. And Matt is an author, and he is on mattsheabooks.net, or you can find him on Amazon too.
Mm-hmm.
So Debbie says West Nile virus mosquitoes, actually, they monitor for it. Wow.
Yeah, that's around a lot, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's getting to where they're everywhere, but yeah, they do monitor for it now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
What's the numerology for today? What's it add up to?
Well, it's May 20th, and that's a 7. And this is 7 years, so that's a 14. So the number for today is 5. And it's kind of strange that this number actually, Matt asked something earlier. Can I answer that for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on to it. Do it in a minute. I just wanted to do the numerology today.
Oh, well, it kind of corresponded.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this comes out to a 5-day, which is about change and transformation.
Okay.
So it's a good day to maybe rethink things or redo things or do them differently or see if you really need to do them at all, or see if you need to do something to make yourself better, or get rid of some stuff. So, there's our hippy dippy weather woman.
Yeah, and so today.
Thank you, Rose.
Today, that's for us here in the U.S. For the people listening from the U.K., what is tomorrow? Because they're already heading into tomorrow.
Oh, I was wondering where you were going with that. Okay, so 5 and 3 is 8, and 7 is 15. That's a 6.
Okay.
All about being in service.
Oh.
Truth coming forward, balance, but always you're gonna be helping people or helping yourself, but you're gonna be in service.
All right. Jan says, please send some white light. Her family is hurting her feelings. So everybody send JM some white light and healing energy.
Remember, they are doing the work. You are.
That's right. Rose says that she shared this broadcast to a few friends and her page on Facebook. And so if you guys get a chance on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching from, Twitch, Twitter, or LinkedIn, go ahead and share the page for us, would you? And give us a like. Also, Linda's joined us today. So, hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. JM, I happen to know what she's going through.
Oh.
I won't voice it, but
No.
I know what she's going through. But I want you to do what my dad always told me when people were like that. Consider the source. You're not only crying because they're hurting your feelings, but because you lost someone. And also, you feel you're all alone now. So you have many factors coming into that. So don't not cry. Release all that stuff. So hang in there.
Rose says prayers sent.
Yeah, hang in there.
Thanks, Rose. Got a frog in my throat today.
If people get angry because someone showed them what they should have been doing and they didn't, then they're going to send it back to make themselves feel good and you feel bad. So remember that. You did just what you should have done.
Okay.
Now I'll get off my soapbox.
All right. Visa seems as though everyone's been going through things, so
I know. Have I. I tell you, if I didn't know better, I'd swear we're still in Mercury retrograde. It's like after it went forward or direct, life just kept going crappy. Well, I don't know. That's a weird one.
It went good for us for a few days.
Well, yeah, but we've been going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that we had to redo. Think about it.
The planets.
But yeah, I'm sure there's some other planets out there going too. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I think the whole world is somehow they haven't got the message that Mercury retrograde's gone direct.
Yeah.
But yeah, just hang in there because you're not in it all by yourself. We're all in it together.
We got to get to Matt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you give us your stone for today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, playing the music.
So
I'm going to share the screen so that people can see your stone.
Okay.
And it's right there.
Well, it's in a short and sweet. It's called red calcite, and it's to break negative patterns, which today is a good day to have red calcite, right? Mm-hmm. And it says if you keep red calcite next to your bed, it will help prevent repeating negative patterns.
Okay.
So
it's a big picture of it.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty stuff.
And you can buy them tumbled.
It's so soft feeling.
You can buy them tumbled. This is a non-tumbled stone.
Yeah, that's wrong.
But you can buy them tumbled too. So,
yeah.
So it's for what again? Say it again.
It's for helping you to prevent repeating negative patterns.
Ooh, okay.
And that could be what we're all needing to really keep in mind as this caca goes on.
Yeah.
You know, we need to, what are we not doing that we should be doing, or what are we got to change? And today being a transformational day and a day for change is a good day to look at that.
Yeah. While we're on it, let's do your affirmation for today. Because I think that stone is also something JM should use.
Oh, definitely.
And the affirmation is what?
Well, the affirmation is, and this is for, it's funny how Spirit has me pick this stuff. But listen carefully, JM. There is no failure. You either win or you learn.
That's true.
So remember what you're doing right now and what you're experiencing and why it shouldn't be happening, and don't go back to being nice when you don't have to be.
Did you know that Thomas Edison had that as his motto?
Yes.
He lived by. He said, "I never fail."
Yes.
He said, "I just learn how to do it differently."
Exactly. And that's the way, hopefully, we can all look at our lives, because we didn't come in here to feel like a loser or not accomplishing anything.
Mm-hmm.
We came in to learn how to do it. If not do it the first time, to do it better.
Mm-hmm.
And so every failure, and I hate that word failure, but every time you don't succeed as you think you should have succeeded, it's a learning curve. It's not a failure.
And remember what Curly said: if at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
That's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So,
you know, Rose, many of us have pulled away from our families. That's something that when you grow metaphysically and spiritually, you begin to see everything in a different light, and you realize, you know, no one has the right to judge you except God.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's the one that made you. So what you're doing, he came into experience. But you came into experience whether you want to keep that pain or cut it off. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Because we all have lessons to learn, and we all came in to figure out what they are. You may not learn them this lifetime. You may have to come back and do it again. But if you do something different that makes your life happier and feel better about yourself, then you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's right. Now, with all that out of the way, I'm going to bring Matt into the broadcast here,
Equation.
and I'm going to play
Shea is a local
Matt's.
developing author who's written over 14 books and has many more in the works. He's greatly inspired by the writings of Andy Griffith, and Matt's books focus on the common folk that small towns are made of. Matt's newest book, The Meadowdale Community Project, is about how often precious items given as gifts are sometimes disregarded and pushed to the wayside, just like the needy people of our society. If you're a person who likes to read books in print, on your Kindle or tablet, or you're one who prefers audiobooks, then MattSheaBooks.net is for you. Matt has a fun website that is free, family-friendly audiobooks with some free stories and interviews thrown in. Check out Matt's website, download your free books, and see all of his books at MattSheaBooks.net. While you're there, shoot him an email. He promises to write you back. That's MattSheaBooks.net. Matt, M-A-T-T, Shea, S-H-E-A, Books.net.
Cool. Got that out of the way. And hello, Matt.
Hello, Psychic Spectrum Radio, and look what I got here.
Our Psychic Spectrum mugs.
Actually, I'm glad he's holding that up because our mugs got here yesterday.
Ooh, our new shipment came in.
Yeah, so we'll be getting those mugs out to you really soon.
I'm going to order a few because I'm going to be handing some out
Oh,
in my
okay.
travels. And this book, I'm still looking through it. We hear and speak to dead people, author Skip and Sharon Langang. This is well written, and these are fundamentals that I've incorporated with my travels. You put it in layman's term. You don't need to get out a dictionary to understand the book.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
We tried to do that.
So. Kind of the way you read Matt's books.
Yeah.
He can put you right into the story. It's really cool.
I want to try something with our camera here.
Oh, dear. He's trying something.
Okay, that didn't do anything.
Well, can I answer Matt while you're doing your thing?
Yes, Matt had a question. Tell everybody the question.
Well, I thought I would. Yes.
My neighbor had woken up to find a dead crow in his flower bed in front of his house. He came right to me, asked Skip and Sharon if this means anything.
That's cool. Okay, she's the expert on that.
I have looked it up to double check what I thought it was. And being in a flower bed, that's all about growth and beauty. So being a dead crow, that's nothing more. Most people think, oh, it's a bad omen. No, it's not. It just means it's transformation and death of something old and something new coming in. And since it was in a flower bed, I'm going to say that it just means he's probably going to have to either do something different than what he's doing, or it's going to move into another part, or he's going to grow from it. So there's a transformation or change coming that he's going to have to embrace and go along with it. And it's going to come out.
Positive one, we're saying.
A positive thing, yes. It's just, for I guess the way to say it to him, say, all it means is that you're in a transformational phase of growth. And so whatever facet you're in, think about it, because it's going to grow and it's going to become even much better.
Okay. And also his girlfriend's cat keeps pantomiming as if there's a spirit in the room, identifying something they cannot see. And what else could it be? So that was question number 2.
Yeah. And animals do that, especially in, like you said earlier, before we came on the air, from 9 to midnight.
From 9 to midnight, the veil seems to be thinner, and animals can see things we can't. Mm-hmm. Dogs, cats. So that just means that she's seeing something in the spirit realm. I would think it's either someone's around to help with the transformation that he's going to be going through, if he's not going through it yet because of the crow situation, or there's some family member or friend that has recently passed over that has come through. That's my 2 hits. It's one or the other.
Okay, I'll let him know. He sends his best.
Oh, well, thank him.
Tony.
Tell him thank you for believing, and thank you for being willing to open the mind up and see things from a different viewpoint.
Okay, ready for Idaho?
I am.
Ready for Idaho. Let me give a little
road trip. We did a road trip last week. And go ahead, Skip.
Okay, I was just going to say, let me give a little promo on this. Matt is our man on the streets. He takes us to all kinds of haunted places in Washington, and he gives us he goes and talks to the people at the locations. He researches them out, finds them, goes, talks to them. He gets the history, some of the things that they experience when they're there. And so he's also talked about his experiences when he's there from time to time. And so he um, is he just brings us places people go. They don't know it's the haunted history, or they've gone there and felt something, or maybe they want to go after they hear his explanation. But this week, you say you took a road trip and he went to Idaho. So we've got a place in Idaho. So Matt, now I'll turn it over to you, so everybody knows what we're talking about. Okay?
It's very easy to find, and I thank God that I had the practice years ago to simply ask, hey, is this place haunted? You wait for the right people to address, but you get answers. First of all, this is in Spirit Lake, Idaho, we traveled to, and it's very simple. You are traveling I-90 east, you go through Spokane, and upon leaving Spokane, entering Idaho, it is exit number 2, and it is the Pleasant View Road. You take a left on that, and you go through 1 or 2 roundabouts, whatever you call those things, and then eventually you could either turn left or right, and you're turning right on Highway 53, which in time becomes Highway 41, Idaho North, and it takes you right to Spirit Lake. Now,
And that's
Spirit
about
Lake,
an hour and a half.
well, it took us approximately 300 miles from Marysville, 350 miles approximately from
North of
here
Seattle.
to get to Idaho Spirit Lake.
Okay. From Post Falls to Spirit Lake in Idaho, I think it's about 90 minutes.
Yes, about that. And Post Fall plays a role here. I'll get to that.
Oh,
But
cool.
anyway, when I went down their Main Street, there you have it. On the left-hand side, the heart of the old town, you had the Linger Longer Lounge next to the White Horse Saloon, next to Joel's Hole Saloon. And so here
Wow.
it is a lazy Sunday evening. The town's kind of dead, kind of lethargic, old Western look. You have maybe 4 or 5 businesses off of Main Street on the left-hand side when you're approaching. So I took the
Mhm.
far corner. The 3 places that were open were all saloons. The other place was shut down for the night, but the town still had a pulse to it. It was fun. So I go to the first one at the end, Linger Lounge, and I was talking a bit, and I say, hey, I've got to ask, I love old structures. Are any of them haunted? They said, next door, the White Horse Saloon. Trust us. I went next door. Did I ever open up something? In fact, that evening, when I got up on the internet and I wrote, what is the most haunted saloon in all of Idaho? It brought up the White Horse first. I will equate the White Horse to Titanic years. But what I mean
Mm.
by that is it was built in 1907, 5 years before we lost the Titanic in 1912. I always go by that landmark. It is Idaho's oldest running bar and by far the most actively haunted bar. And we mentioned Post Falls. The River City Ghost Hunters from Post Falls did a show there. They had 9 cameras. I met locals who were there watching them set it up. Hey, all these cameras coming in, the Ghost City Fall people come in. They had orbs, films, and they said they watched an apparition move through the room while they were filming it. They were doing their tricks of the trade just as you two do. Now, the main feature about this saloon is that who they refer to as Big Girl, she was on the second story of the room number 2 on the second floor, and she was looking out the window in 1920. She saw her young son, just a little boy, while he was crossing the street. A horse and buggy hit and killed him.
Oh, gee.
She witnessed that, and she is credited for being the main haunting because of all the times they've seen her. The manager of the place gave me a little tour. They have pool tables there. He said this one pool table, what they had on film, they thought it was the cue ball coming out of the side pocket. It wasn't. It was a white orb that traveled the length of the pool table,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it started to float with other orbs, uniting, doing something as they sort of went their own distance and faded away. He
Wow.
pointed at the bar and he said, "You see that tall glass bottle of whiskey? You see that bottle four to the right?" He said, "I saw that just throw itself off the other day when I walked by there."
Wow.
The gal working there, Autumn, just a fantastic gal. Her and her dad were there recently. They're in the kitchen and a plate was thrown towards them from there.
Wow.
People
That's
are always saying
cool.
things like that. And they say, when you stay the night there, because it is an 8-room hotel, expect to see something. Now, they say that outside, sometimes you see the shadow, especially in room number 2 of Big Girl, the very window she was looking out when she watched her son.
Uh-huh.
They say that I was talking to these electricians that did a job there on the second floor. They were starting to set up shop. And when they went downstairs to get more equipment, they returned to the room and their equipment was gone. And nobody was in the hotel at the time. Nobody. So they guessed themselves. Was it the second or the third floor? Maybe it's back outside. They returned, nobody's around, and all of it was neatly put in the garbage can. They knew about Big Girl. They called out and said, "Hey, we're just trying to help things. We're not trying to infringe on you in any way." Stories like that nonstop.
Wow.
Jeez. And that's
I don't
all
know
at
if
the
I.
White Horse.
This is
They're,
at the
they're,
White Horse Saloon, Idaho's oldest running saloon still, and credited for being most haunted, most active. And then again, at a post fall, the River City Ghost Hunters had quite a report on that. The many things they've seen, the voices they've recorded, the apparitions, the orbs, everything. This is a fun place. You could bring children there because they have sections, including outside dining. Very nice there. And it's a fun place. They have hamburgers, hot dogs, finger food. It's fun. But the 3 bars on that side of the street, they're all wonderful people. I've stuck my head in all of them. So whether you're at the Linger Longer Lounge or at Joe's Hole or the middle one, our White Horse Saloon, it's a lot of fun there. You're going back to the Wild West days, even though it's the turn of the century. Also, I want to point something out. I sent you pictures of the White Horse, and it resembles Sam Drucker's store on Petticoat Junction. Remember
I
his
saw
store?
that.
oh,
Yes.
Okay,
nobody showed me.
Text
you
it
have
in
the
to me.
general store, which is actually the saloon. You have gel cell bars in there from the original Spirit Lake gel cell. The original ones are there. The original floor, stairwell, and the 2 original bars are still there from 1907 on forward. But I want to point something out. This structure, it's a saloon with 2-story motel on top of it. It is, to this day, still the tallest structure in all of Spirit Lake. It's that
Oh,
type of town.
wow. Wow. You're
That's kind of
kidding me.
crazy.
Yeah, still. I love it. I don't want to see it get all neon and ruined.
Oh, no, no. It's
I
like
like
an old Western town.
it is. And again, 8 rooms. You could have dinner there. You could stay the night there. They refurbished the rooms quite a bit. They're very nice. I didn't get to look in them, but I got to study them on the internet. They're really nice. Now, let's go to Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake is where the Kootenai tribe resided. And their history is that the chief's daughter, who was beautiful, was to marry the chief of another tribe to prevent a war between the 2 tribes. Well, she was madly in love with one of their young warriors. And so they agreed, instead of having a life in this world of torment, being separated, that they would join eternity together. They intentionally went out on Spirit Lake and took their lives. Their bodies were never found. Now, they say every spring, usually every spring, but also in early mornings, sometimes what they describe as a phantom canoe is seen drifting with 2 silhouettes in it. Sometimes they hear the native language coming. Sometimes they hear screams and cries coming there.
Wow.
They say that the Native Americans there believe that the lake collects the lost souls who are lost between the two different worlds.
Hence the name Spirit Lake.
Yes, because initially its name translated to clear water, and then it was changed to Lake of the Spirits by their native tongue, which we called Spirit Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And people say they see the shadows, they see other things there throughout the year, but early spring is when it's most prevalent. And then at night, early morning, the fog, the mist, many have reported seeing the canoe, seeing apparitions, seeing Native American of the last century, the native tongue coming with it, the screams, the cries for freedom. And also about this lake, this is one of 2 lakes on the entire planet that is sealed. It does not break off into a creek somewhere or underground spring somewhere else. It is tightly contained within itself. And then again, you have the Native Americans saying that it collects lost souls lost between 2 worlds. So by native folklore and also urban legend and lots of writing, Spirit Lake, it was aptly named. It is haunted. It has a history behind it.
Wow, that's awesome.
When did those 2 kill themselves, you might say? Was it in the spring?
I don't know what time of year, but it goes way back over a century ago because they had to find their father, the chief. So they chose eternity together instead of this phase of life here. And they say other such souls also join in that lake. That is the Indian folklore there. Now, I want to point something out. Spirit Lake is open year-round fishing, and they have 4 main campgrounds there that are pretty excellent, but there's lots of camping and fishing in the area. Spirit Lake, they have landlocked salmon kokanee, they have muskie. You could catch fish there. Well, one is big enough to feed the family that night. To camp year-round and fish landlocked salmon, rainbow trout, cutthroat, heaven on earth, in my opinion.
Wow, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Did you get a chance to fish it?
Yes.
Oh, you did fish it?
Oh, no, excuse me. I will be doing that. I have not fished yet. When I caught here and there about Spirit Lake, Idaho, I already knew I'm coming back. My next time through town, I will have a fishing license.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Camping? I would love to go camping.
Do they have a boat ramp there?
Yes, they have everything because the lake is approximately 4 miles long. It's approximately 12 miles of shoreline altogether, and the deepest part is about 100 feet. So a lake that deep, you're going to have it all. But again, even landlocked salmon, even that, year-round.
That's cool.
Now, wait a minute. Is that because they stock the lake with salmon? Because if there's no way in and out of that.
Not necessarily. When you go further and further back in time, a lot of saltwater species used to live in these lakes because they were part of it. And so through the centuries, they kept breeding and they stayed there. Sometimes they're planted, but not always. A cutthroat is an ocean-going trout. It's sort of half and half. Kokanee's kind of the same thing, so to say. Landlocked salmon.
Isn't a salmon a saltwater fish?
No,
it is a saltwater fish, but at one time, a lot of these places were saltwater. If you go back centuries enough, you have species that you do not relate to that type of body of water today, but they survived and they've changed. And then also, it is common to plant kokanee as well.
You know what would be fun?
Yeah, take a vacation. That'd be fun.
No, it'd be fun to go there and be on the lake or at the site on the lake where they have seen the canoe, the silhouette of the canoe.
You let me know how that turns out.
I think that'd be awesome.
You do that.
Well, also, we're minutes away from the White Horse Saloon. And room number 2, that's the one with the most activity where Big Girl hangs out. But she's seen throughout the entire establishment. And everybody there had their stories. And it ranges from pranks to getting kind of scared, getting her attention. And she's not the only one, but she is the main one, so to say. They credit most of the stuff to her. But again, all of Idaho agrees that that is their current most haunted saloon, and it's also their oldest running.
And you say the lake is 4 minutes from the White Horse?
4 miles.
It's a
4
few
miles.
minutes from the White House. It's a few
Excuse me.
minutes from the
few.
White Horse, and it's 4.5 miles long. Plenty
get
of camping, plenty of motels there, and you could literally, if you wanted to, you could make a long day trip going there and back again. But when I go to a place like Spirit Lake, I want to stay there a while. I don't want to just
Oh,
turn around and go back
man.
home.
Now, you didn't stay at the White Horse, did you?
I did not
No.
stay the night there.
Okay. We might want to make a
Oh,
trip.
I don't know. I'm not
I
brave.
think so. I think so. My buddy Carl out there, I've done a show with, he would love to do it. And just to get a couple rooms up there, and then the dining is fun, and the people are great. You can't get any more American. Their flags and everything, very hospitable.
If they throw dishes, is that violent? Or is it just getting your attention?
Well, this sounded like it was thrown towards them. I don't think they had a duck, but here it comes, and it's known to happen. Things are known to move, lights, doors are known to close. You're known to mind your own business, and as you enter a room or you enter your room that you're renting out, the door behind you closes as if your friend's behind you and closed it. Things like that all the time.
Wow.
They say
We gotta-
expect to see something if you stay the night.
That's cool. We need to try that.
Well, I'll take 4 or 5 bodyguards with me.
Well, that's cool, Matt. Did you yourself experience anything or feel anything while you were there?
I felt that it was active, and every I did not meet one person who disagreed. And every person I spoke to, they were talking about not what they've heard, but what they've seen. And so
Wow.
here I was the only one who didn't have such a report. Looking it up on the internet, being told about it from the neighboring bars. And we stayed down the street in Blanchard and they were talking about it. And so, no, I didn't see anything, but you get that feeling. And when we went to Coeur d'Alene, people over there were talking about it. That's where I ran into the electrician. He and his dad had a job there and their stuff ended up in the garbage.
Wow.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
That would
Someone
be
like
fun.
to play tricks. That's for sure.
I'm going to call over there and see
Or-
how much room 2
Or
is.
they're trying to not wanting you to come back. I don't know. Is it? I mean, throwing plates and moving your equipment. Is that just having fun or?
It would be cool to go and stay there in room number 2 and just experience it.
Yes.
It wouldn't
But
take
again,
much.
they talk about the orbs, they talk about the sounds, they talk about the voices, and the dishes that were thrown, that was towards them, dad and daughter team together. But generally things that happen, like the orbs coming out of the pool table and so forth, things that show up on pictures, the stairwell when they get there, it's just kind of it's like a 3-ring circus, so to say. And again, outside of the building, people claim they could see shadows and so forth through the upstairs windows.
Wow. That would be fun to go experience.
Yeah, one question. I have one question. When they saw the silhouette of somebody moving across the room, you said they were filming it. Did they get it on the film?
I'm going to say yes, because when I went to their outside picnic area, this one guy was telling me of the group that was there, the group out of Post Falls. And they had 9 cameras there, and so he was watching them, and he witnessed the apparition moving around in the room that they were filming.
Oh.
And their reports were from the outside of the building. They could see that. Locals talk about it quite a bit. Again, Idaho's #1 most haunted saloon.
Wow.
Wow. Matt, thanks for taking us there and explaining. And
Yeah, what a cool trip.
yeah, maybe we can make a trip over there at the same time you go. But
I would love that. We could book rooms. we can get a 3-day fishing pass in Idaho.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to stay three days in those rooms?
Why not?
Well, I'd like to sleep at some point.
Well, we'll see. Matt, thanks for doing this today, okay?
Thank you very much. And I appreciate this because I more and more follow your protocol, and this has opened more doors for me. More people are talking to me because I'm following the fundamentals you put out there.
And for those of the listeners that don't know, that's the book that Sharon and I wrote. It's called We Hear and Speak to Dead People. And
well, the first part is like a how to do it. The second part, stories of ghost hunts that we went on. And then it's got a CD in the back that has the actual ghost voices on it. So have you listened to the ghost voices, Matt?
I have.
What do you think?
It scares me a bit because you are crossing over. I'm not to the depth that you two are. I have the fascination, but I don't attract the way you do. I don't see things as tangible as often as you do. And so you're heavyweights here. You are coming back with testimony.
Skip is definitely the heavyweight. I just go along for the ride. I mean, I have my moments. I just the creepiest thing on that CD to me is Nurse Cratchit. That's who we call her, Nurse Cratchit. That laugh that she gives is just it's chilling.
She says, "You can use the children."
Well, she didn't say it like that.
Well, it's kind of creepier than that.
It's creepy, yeah.
But Rose says she's going to look our book up.
Oh,
it's on our website,
yeah,
Rose.
it's on our
in
website.
The store,
yeah.
PsychicSpectrum.com. But anyhow, Matt, we're going to let you go then.
Now, can we like finalize, not here, but finalize, get back with him and do something?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it before winter?
Yeah.
We have, and I want to point something else out. Down the street, you're very close to Newport, Washington. Washington, Idaho, Old Town, Idaho runs into that. You're not that far. They have Kelly's Restaurant, which is the number 2 oldest bar in all of Washington State.
Oh, wow.
They are haunted. They told me things. Then on the way back, I went through Roslyn, which is the state's oldest running bar, first one to ever get a liquor license. And it's called the Brick Saloon, and they are greatly haunted. And they took me downstairs. They showed me up stories. They have an answer to what the White Horse does. Same side of the fence, same language and everything. Wow. So I'll be doing a show soon about the oldest and second the oldest saloons in Washington State.
That'd be kind of cool if you just took a week or 2 weeks and did a circle.
What would be fun is to get a trailer or a fifth wheel, hook it up to the car, and make a tour of all these haunted places.
Well, you'd have to stay in the rooms, though, so you got to rent the rooms.
Well, yeah. Or go in there. We could work something out.
Oh, we'll work something out.
Yeah. But anyhow, okay. Thank you.
How exciting.
Thank you again. Haunted Idaho this time. Post Falls, Idaho.
But it's close to Washington.
Post Falls.
It's
close, very close. Right across from Spokane and a little bit north.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They're all there. Yes.
All right. Wow. I'm going to cut you loose, Matt. We will talk with you later.
Something.
We appreciate your report. And just so you know,
it was exciting. That was a good report, Matt.
Just so you know, JM, who's having a rough time this week, she said, "It's so good to see and hear Matt. Transported me from my own woes, got me out of my self-pity. I have my mug, too, her Psychic Spectrum mug, full of orange juice." And that's cool.
That's good. Now put a little vodka with it. You won't remember.
This is a game changer right here. He used to laugh at me. Look at that.
I know. That's on our store, on our website.
Plus, you got to get his latest book.
Oh, yes.
Which is out there on the thing, but I don't have it in here to show.
Tell everybody about your latest book.
It was dedicated
to this one right here.
Yeah.
What makes it special? I want one more minute out of you two.
It's Pavlov, and he was nice enough to dedicated the book to us. So that's cool.
I don't look a thing like that anymore, but I like the picture.
It's very nice what you wrote also.
It was very nice.
But that's available at mattsheabooks.net or on Amazon. So
it's a cool book.
Yes.
It really is. And I started it. I had a session there where I had that COVID stuff with the pink eye.
Yeah.
So down the road, like a week or two later, I got the book and I could see enough to read. I didn't put the book down till I finished it. I mean, it was a good book.
Yeah.
It was well written, and it kept me going through the whole thing, and I was there, man.
Did it have moments that scared you a little bit?
Yeah, a couple of times. I thought,
Good.
whoa, where is he going with this? And
That was
then he brought
intentional.
it back. Yeah, it was good.
I gotta say couple things here. Yvonne joined us from, I believe, Ireland. Am I right? I know UK. I think Ireland.
Rose is in Ireland, I'm pretty sure.
Rose is in Ireland, but Yvonne, I'm not sure
Yvonne.
where she was.
I think it's Ireland, but I'm not sure. Could be
But
UK.
Patty took a nap, but she just joined us. But Matt, she says her brother lives at Rose Lake, Washington, but she's going to see if he'll take her there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So,
yeah.
Yep. Crystal says, thanks for the haunting report, Matt.
That was a cool one.
Oh, and Patty said, great show, Matt. So, all right, Matt, we'll talk
As
to you
always.
later. I will cut you loose, and we'll talk to you later.
Have a great weekend and go and fish.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
All right.
Psychic spectrum.
I'll send you the video of this as soon as I get it processed.
Okay.
And I will remind him because Skip in his memory.
All right, Matt. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Hopefully we'll see you next week. We're going to do our UFO hunt tonight with the Sasquatch Watch. So hopefully we'll come back and
give a report.
We'll give a reports.
All right, Matt. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good report.
That was cool.
That was interesting.
That's an exciting trip.
Very interesting. So
yeah, Yvonne's in Ireland. See,
Ireland. Okay,
yeah, I knew that.
I want to tell everybody. You just brought it up. Tonight is our UFO/Bigfoot watching.
It's a little different.
We're all going up towards the mountain, and we're gonna be there about 9 o'clock tonight. And we've been there before and had humongous results with both of them. The flashing lights answered me back when I flashed my lasers at them, and also we smelled and heard Bigfoot in the bushes with
terrible.
us.
Yeah, well, we smelled and heard a big.
It was
I don't know what
close
it was.
enough to smell,
but it sounded like what people have said Bigfoot smells like.
And bright orange lights.
We're going to a different area because
it's close.
It's close, but the one we usually go to isn't open till Memorial Day, and the state wouldn't open it for us.
So
how rude.
Anyhow, we're doing that tonight. We'll report on that on Wednesday night at our psychic showcase. So if you guys, no matter where you are, even over in the UK, it might be a little late for you. We start that at 5:30 in the evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you guys 8 hours ahead of us over there in the UK.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you can join us online if you want to. Okay. Now, I want to do my card.
Oh, okay, because there is a question up there.
Oh, there is? Well, let's do the card first.
Okay, let's do the card first.
The card.
Let's see what tonight's going to be.
Well, first of all, the card that you pulled for Saturday, between Saturday and now. No. Tuesday.
Now and Tuesday.
Tuesday and now.
Yes.
That card was getting what you want. People getting what they want, things going their way.
And you know what? I got what I want. Tom Jones is going to be here in Seattle in 2024.
Yep.
Yoo-hoo!
And you're going.
And I'm going. Front row center.
Hope so we can get front row seats.
Well, I hope he stays alive long enough.
So.
Oh, wait. We got a hacker.
Oh, jeez.
Elizabeth, go away. Get your own thing. We don't know that person. We don't know what she does. And do not answer her.
Okay.
My goodness, she's been a busy little thing.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to those people.
Why do they do that?
It's a bot.
Yeah.
It's what I'm told. It's not even them. It's just some kind of bot that when they see certain words, they throw that stuff up there. I'm assuming. If it is them, then I'd like them to just go get their own place.
God.
But,
oops.
Yeah, so Wendy says no moon tonight, so dark skies will help your view. Yes, and that's why we planned it that way. We're going to do 7 months in a row. Next time it'll be at our regular place.
Once a month for 7 months.
Once a month for 7 months, and we do it at the dark of the moon so we can have the most visibility to the stars and the UFOs.
See the UFOs.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Pull a card for this week. what's happened, or this weekend, I should say, until Tuesday.
That one. I'm afraid.
I think we're going to get some good results.
Yeah?
Yes. Up there at our UFO Bigfoot thing.
What did I do?
The card you pulled, the theme that you
I didn't do it. Spirit told me to pull it.
Is focus.
Oh.
Things coming to light and understanding. It's focus. Okay?
Huh.
And it's like everything. If you look at the picture, it's almost like the story behind it is basically this, that this point in time, things are going to kind of come to a slowdown and a standstill. So everything is apparent and you can focus on it and experience it.
So we better take some things to record the data.
Yes. So.
Well, anyhow, like I say, if I'm here next week, that means I didn't get absconded with.
That's right.
Anyway, let's get to our questions.
Okay, questions. Now, I'm going to back up here.
Yeah, you're going to have to go to the top so I can read them.
Well, I'm going to start. I want to go back to Bright Shine.
Yeah, that's where I think they started.
All I saw, Bright Shine, was happy to see you live. I didn't see,
No, it says, hi, guys and lady. Thank you very much. Happy to see you on live.
Oh,
then
there
go
it
down.
Is. There's her question.
Oh, there it is?
There.
Okay.
I'll put it up. Will I be able to receive my new car that I applied for? The deposit is high, and will they work with me? Oh, Bright Shine.
It's iffy.
Huh?
I think it's iffy.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's iffy, but I'm leaning more towards yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking they will probably work with you.
And the reason why I say yes is because they may come back and say, you need a cosigner or a little bit more deposit or something. There's another step that's going to be involved, but I'm going to lean towards yes. And I'm saying if they say you need to do this or that, then you should do it because the car will work very well for you. Okay. So now back up here.
It's kind of like what the card said. They're going to have to focus on what they want and how they want to get it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. V says, I wonder what's in. Oh, nothing in California for you. That was just a mistake that I made.
Yeah.
To where you were.
California sounds like complete chaos to me.
It is.
I don't think I would.
There.
I don't even want to go there for a vacation. It just sounds like it's all a bunch of crazies. The gas prices are ridiculous, and I would not feel safe.
Yeah.
And that's sad to say in America, but California does not. That and Chicago are very scary states right now.
Yeah.
Even though I know Chicago is not a city. So where is that? Detroit? Where is? Oh, yeah, Chicago, Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
Detroit's in Michigan.
Yeah, you're right.
Do we want to read that one?
Well, I don't know. Let me see.
She's reading.
Well, she put it out there. I don't know. Go
I'm
ahead,
just gonna
I guess.
Let's just respond to it. And you already addressed it with JM, but JM, you do exactly what you got written there, and I think that's your best bet.
Yeah, take the high road. It's like I said, this is a 7-year, and you're going to have to take the high road whether you want to or not, and be more spiritual than anybody else, and you're going to get paid for it. So don't think you're doing it out of you may not see it in this world, but you'll see it in the next.
Sometimes people can't take what other people say or write, but I want to say this. Her mom had a saying, the old Missouri saying was, now it just left me. Oh, no, I forgot it.
What are you talking about? The bucket of water?
No.
You got same clothes get glad in, you got mad in? That's right.
Those people got the same clothes to get glad in that they got mad in.
That's right. It's not your responsibility to make them happy.
So
you do what you got to do for yourself.
Let's see. Oh, Rose in Ireland says that she killed a pigeon once on a driving test. I certainly got a omen, that's for sure.
Well, I didn't even know pigeons could drive.
Yeah.
That's
it's not even the joke time yet, and you're already.
Well, that's something I didn't know.
Yvonne.
He must have been a pretty bad driver if she killed him.
Yeah. Okay, Yvonne in Ireland. She says, my little dog Swayze keeps sniffing up into the air and I'm wondering why he does that. Does he see something? I can't tell what if he sees something, but what I would say is follow his facial and his eyes and see if he's following something or tracking something.
I was going to say, usually animals will see things with their eyes. Sniffing is a smell. They could be smelling something. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I would be more fixed on their eyes and what they're looking at, whether it's a corner of a room or if their tail wags or something. So, but they must be smelling something or they wouldn't. I mean, see if you can smell it too. If you can, maybe you can come up with who is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and next,
I would have ran.
What's this?
Playing tricks. I'll show up that book. Creepy head scratching over. Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? It can be creepy. I had the scratching all in the hallways. Yeah, well, that was not from something in the white light. That was not good stuff. So stay away from that stuff. Bless it and get rid of it.
Yep.
Or move.
Let's see. I read Patty's comment. Crystal said thanks for the haunting report.
Oh, that's cool. Here we go. V has a question. Oh, is there anything I should look out for or
look out?
Well, you moved it. Is there anything I should look out for? In reference to what?
Anything.
Oh, anything. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Bright says, "Will I be able to get the new car I applied for?" Just chime back in.
Oh,
that's
okay.
funny.
We'll answer it again. Here's the thing, V. Yes, you should look out for this weekend. There's something about the urge to spend money, or the urge to go do something and then spending more than I think you're wanting to or ready to. But you're going to justify it in your mind, and I say go for it. Big deal. Don't worry about it. You'll get back what you put out.
I think V has been doing some work too, because when I look at her picture, it doesn't look as heavy to me. It's still some heaviness, but not as heavy. So she must be doing some emotional work.
Yeah.
And loving herself more, which is a good thing.
All right, Bright Shine. Let me put it up
That's
there.
the car.
Yes.
Okay, and we answered that, right?
Yes, but I will do it again because she tuned out for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm leaning towards yes, but it's iffy. There's an iffy thing there. And what I said earlier was there was another step you're going to have to take, whether it's a little higher down payment.
She answered that, honey.
Or including
it. It says,
people.
Sorry if you answered the question already. Yes, I can bring a higher deposit. And there's another one you got to scroll, but not 10,000, maybe 5 or 6K. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, she got it. So
yeah,
let's see.
That's good. Think positive and see that car sitting in your driveway.
Yeah. Oh, here's one from Rose.
Okay.
Ireland, she says, I had someone that wants to work with them today. Maybe in the near future. Can you tell me if it looks promising? There's something in it for you. It's not going to be a big, long-term thing. It's like if you want to and you have the time, I would say do it and take what you get out of it and be glad you got the experience. How about you?
Well, I tell you, as I'm here, to me, I want you to be super, super careful and make sure he's in the white light. Mm-hmm. Something just makes me feel like you got to double check stuff.
He or she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure they're in the white light, because I'm not so sure they're thinking the way you're thinking. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, but I say do it. It's a good experience.
Well, keep the power. Do it with you in control.
Yep.
And if things don't work out, then kick them out.
And Bright Shines, I don't know if you read that. She said she's in Illinois.
Oh. No, she was telling me.
Oh, Illinois.
Detroit was Illinois. Yes. Chicago's in Illinois. Okay. Bro says, no, I slow right down. He went under. I couldn't stop. Huh? I slowed
the pigeon.
right down. He went under. I couldn't stop.
The pigeon. When she killed the pigeon.
Okay.
Okay, Wendy says.
Look up, Google, what's the meaning, a spiritual meaning of a pigeon? It might give you a message there.
Oh, yeah. Wendy says, have fun and lots of laughs tonight. Hope to attend online Wednesday night to hear your report. Stay safe.
Oh,
okay,
thank you.
Cool.
Yes,
Wendy.
I'm going to stay. I sure hope I stay safe. Well, my biggest worry is there's no porta potty up there.
No, but there's
But you bought a
Bigfoot.
bucket?
There's Bigfoot.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that'll be helpful.
So
Yeah. Anyway, JM says thank you to Debbie. Okay. Rose says his
it's a he.
and he. Okay.
He's a
Yeah,
he.
just pay. To me, it feels like he might have another agenda he's not talking about. Just be careful. Keep the power. You be the one in control.
Yep. And if you guys are on Facebook or YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter,
Yeah,
Twitch,
Rose shared.
yeah,
Bless her heart.
share this. Give us a like and share this, okay? And if you're on YouTube, you can actually subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and share
and share it. But you can also, when you subscribe, you'll get notified. Hey, there's a show coming on. So, yeah.
Cool.
So, you know what?
I used to, but now I only know who and when and how.
He's on third.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's time for Sharon's Joke of the Week.
All right.
You know, since we now have followers in the UK and Ireland and all that, I thought they might enjoy this one.
Louder.
I can't stand Russian nesting dolls. They're
Why?
so full of themselves.
Oh, God. That's a boo.
Why was the poor guy selling yeast?
Yeast?
Yeast.
Who the hell made up that word, yeast?
I don't know.
Why was the poor guy selling yeast? To make it inflate? I don't know. What?
He was trying to raise some dough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Some words are just funny, you know.
Who the hell made that up? Yeast. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, God.
Next.
Maybe that's where that term, he went yeast.
You went yeast. Go yeast, young man.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well, a burglar, I don't know if I've told you or not, but a burglar stole all the lamps in our house.
Lamps in our house.
I know I should be more upset, but I am absolutely delighted.
Delighted. Yeah. That's a short applause, but that's an applause.
And for the last,
JM's putting laughing faces up there.
and this kind of goes along with what we're doing tonight, but
Oh, we have another one?
yeah, I'm giving you a
Bonus.
a fifth one. Bonus joke.
You know what I think about the bonus?
No. Anyway, someone stole my mood ring, and I just don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe if you bought some yeast, you would know. God.
Yeast.
I have something that I want to.
Why is that so funny? I don't know why that's funny.
I don't know.
Yeast.
I want to show a picture.
Oh, you do.
Yes, I'm going to
Does
show
it
a
involve
picture
yeast?
for all of our UK people.
Okay.
This is a UFO over some part in England.
Okay.
That it's the size of a car was the report.
You sure it's not a balloon?
No.
Oh no, that was the size of a school
It was
bus.
the size of a car. They tracked it and they videoed it, and there it is. There. So it's not that big a picture, but that was the UFO. Now picture this in your mind.
When did they do that?
This last week.
Oh.
Picture this in your mind. Star Trek, the ship's coming at you.
I learned so much when I'm on the show because you don't tell me this in private.
Look at that. It was the size of a car, they said.
What the heck is it?
UFO. Think of the Star Trek ship coming at you. Right?
Oh, kinda, yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
That is, isn't it?
Debbie says feng shui alien. Jam says yeast is a funny word.
I think they were coming for yeast. That's what I think. That is weird. So what did they track it? Where'd it go?
They tracked it, and you can look it up online. But they tracked it, and I don't know where it went.
Oh, how weird.
But
That is strange.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It didn't do anything?
It just flew around.
Oh. It could have been a drone.
Who knows what it was doing?
Could it have been a drone?
No, it wasn't a drone.
How do you know it wasn't a drone? It was an unidentified flying object.
I'm psychic. Okay, I'm going to test you and everybody else listening.
Oh, we're doing Skip's Corner?
Skip's Corner.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's time to play Skip's Corner. Here's your host, Skip Lightgame.
All right, here we go.
So
you guys can type your answers in.
It's just questions about yeast.
Not about yeast. The table manners.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. Is it you can put your elbows on the table or you can't put your elbows on the table? What's the proper?
The proper is not to put your elbows on the table.
Not?
Not. N-O-T.
Not to put your elbows on the table.
Correctamundo.
At all.
Correctamundo.
At all. I should have added that. At all. You can't put your elbows on the table at all.
Yep.
Rose says you can't.
Mm-mm.
So they're polite in Ireland too. Anybody else? No. Jam says not. And Rose says no. V says no elbows.
Okay.
Well, I got news for you people. You can do it only while you're eating. You can't. This is Emily Post and Martha.
No kidding.
Don't look.
I can't read it. It's all blurry.
And Martha Stewart, you can put elbows on the table only while you're eating.
Well, I've never heard that. When I went to school, you could not.
Well, you were taught wrong. Okay. Here's another one.
They've changed it.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Okay,
so give us another one.
Bread. You know, you go to a restaurant.
Yeast.
It's part of yeast. But you go to a restaurant, they bring out bread.
Yeah.
And some butter. Is it proper to eat it before the meal, or do you wait for the meal? Now, when we go, it's like we can't. Rose says that's being greedy. But if you eat, we eat it. We're like, you smell fresh baked bread, man, or warm bread, and it's like we're gonna eat.
I always thought they put the bread out there so you'd eat the bread, so you won't finish what you ordered. Yeah. So you think you got a lot of food, but technically, you probably should wait and eat it with the meal.
Okay. Now Rose says before.
We don't.
V says during the meal. JM says before the meal. Anybody else?
I'm glad you can read that stuff. All I see is squiggly black stuff.
And if I put my glasses on, I can't see it. I can see it, but it's harder.
So is it yay or nay?
Bread is supposed to be eaten with the courses in the meal.
That's what I thought.
That's part of the meal. But who can resist that
I know, yeah. Why would they put it out there so long before you even place your order?
And I got a treat for all of our...
Is that to make you mouth water to order more food?
I don't know. I got a treat for our UK friends on the line with us. This is about King Charles III.
Well, that's not fair because they got more knowledge than me.
Well, we're going to see. King Charles is the oldest person to ascend to the British throne. True or not? True or false?
You mean the oldest person before he became king?
He's the oldest person to ascend to the British throne. True or false?
That's probably true. I think I've read that.
Jam says true. How about Rose and Yvonne? What do you guys say? Jane didn't check in today.
No, she must be out having fun.
Maybe on holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jam's the only one that answered. She says true, and it is true. He's the oldest person.
Yeah, I thought I read that.
Oh, and Rose says true. He actually has a degree, and he's the only monarch to have ever held a degree, university degree.
Oh, I'll be darned.
He's also a accomplished and best-selling watercolorist, painter.
Really? I did not know that. Wow.
Richard Nixon, one of our presidents, tried to set Charles up with his daughter.
No kidding.
Yep, and it failed. Her name was Tricia Nixon.
Was that the 15-minute tape that got?
No, the Watergate. No, Rose says she was born in England.
I thought maybe it's because he said no to it that they took the tape. Threw it away.
And he's the first monarch to be named Charles since the 17th century.
Wow.
Now, Charles III, he's an architecture buff, and he's also an urban planter. So maybe you guys get some good things out of him.
Who's Charles III? That's King Charles III?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a third. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a second.
And he has an Aston Martin car, and
Yes,
it
I know
runs
that.
on wine and cheese byproducts.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And true or false, Charles III is related to Vlad the Impaler, who is the inspiration for Dracula. True or false?
True.
True?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys say?
That's crazy enough to be true.
Patty says, wait.
What are they saying?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nobody. Okay, nobody's answering, so I'm just going to go ahead. Oh,
there's
JM says false.
false. Okay.
So come on, Rose, Yvonne, you guys over there in the UK, is Charles related
Bright
to
Shine.
Vlad the Impaler or Dracula? Yes or no? Rose says false. JM says false. It's actually true. He is related to Vlad the Impaler, or Bram Stoker's inspiration for the character of Dracula is what he was. He was 16 times removed through Queen Mary of Teck.
I'll be darned.
So he actually has a frog named after him. Charles does.
A frog?
A frog.
A frog named Charles?
It's Hyloskritus Prince Charlesy is the name of a species of frog. Did you know that?
There you go. No, I did not know that.
Okay, George Washington had false teeth. True or false? Bye, Patty. You take care.
I think that's true.
Did he have false teeth?
The story is he had false teeth.
Well,
I don't see why in those days you wouldn't have had false teeth.
Debbie says, ha ha ha, Vlad the frog. It did not have wooden teeth.
I didn't say he had wooden teeth. You asked if he had false teeth.
No, oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, he had false teeth.
Yeah.
But they weren't wood.
No.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's what they tried to say is he whittled his own false teeth, but he didn't.
Abraham Lincoln, did he write the Gettysburg Address on an envelope or a piece of paper?
Envelope.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was quick, you're certain?
Yeah.
Whoa. Rose says true. I don't know which one that's to. But he didn't. He wrote it. He did not write it on an envelope.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
I was there. What did he write it on?
He wrote it on paper, and he did it in different versions as he made the final draft. And he did it on paper. He collaborated with several associates on it. There's 5 original copies of the speech, not one of them on an envelope.
Well, that's something that got put into history. It isn't true then.
And let's do one more. Okay, the teddy bear.
I love my teddy bears.
Worldwide. Okay, it's named after Theodore Roosevelt. True or false?
True.
Gosh, you're quick on these things today, but Jam says she's batting 200. So, teddy bear, is it named after Teddy Roosevelt, our president? V says true. You said true. I would have said true, but it's false.
Now you're getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it says.
What was it named after then?
A pet store owner. There was a satire cartoon about the president sparing the bear when he was hunting.
Yes.
And New York City store owners Morris and Rose Mitchum saw the cartoon, and they were inspired by the president's act of heroism, and created stuffed animals in his honor, appropriately naming them Teddy's bear. Not teddy bear.
Oh, it's the same
Teddy's
thing.
Bear.
You're just splitting hairs.
I don't have a lot of hairs to split.
It was named after Teddy, though. It was, you know what I mean? It's because of what Teddy did, or Teddy was involved.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But they didn't name it after him. They named it after the bear.
That's splitting hairs.
Okay, Gerald Ford, our president. Last one.
Okay.
Everybody says he was a klutz.
Yep.
True or false?
True.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was a walking disaster. You know how some people are just clumsy? He was clumsy. And he didn't even have to try.
Well, let me tell you, the GM says false. Many jokes have been written about him or made. He was supposedly a banana peel away from the presidency, blah, blah, blah. He was often caught being clumsy. He tumbled down ski slopes, slipped in the rain, and fell out of Air Force One.
Fell downstairs or upstairs, one of the two.
He was so much that he was spoofed by Chevy Chase on Saturday Night Live. But in actuality, Ford was quite an athlete in his younger days. He was a football star at the University of Michigan, where he earned his letter for 3 years. He even tackled future Heisman Trophy winner Jay Buwander in 1934.
That doesn't mean he wasn't clumsy.
He also swam and skied regularly, played tennis and golf. So perhaps all that falling was just to add to his reliability.
I don't think so. He was clumsy.
No.
He was known as the president, clumsy president.
Rose says she sucked, and V said, I suck at Jeopardy. Hey, maybe I should call this Who Sucks Less? That's a good one.
I like Skip's Corner.
Yeah, I know.
I like Skip's Corner.
Okay, I think that covers it for today, guys.
Well, it does. My goodness.
We had Matt Shea, who was with us as our man on the street, brought us Spirit Lake, Idaho.
You might want to take a snapshot of us so that if we don't come back tonight, you can tell people what we look like.
Yeah. And if you want to hear the results, tune in on Wednesday at our Psychic Showcase.
Oh, we're not
online.
going to talk about it on the radio on Tuesday?
Oh, we could do that too.
Okay.
But we might have pictures to show.
Oh, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, and we could even do that on Tuesday.
Or might have
on the radio.
A recording.
A recording of a Bigfoot going.
I actually heard that.
And we did.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't want to be where that thing is, I'll tell you that. I hope it's productive, and I hope we don't, because we're having to go to a different place because they're not open till Memorial Day where we usually go. I'm hoping, that this place is.
It's not far. It's only 7 miles away.
Yeah, it's only 7 miles.
And it's still in the woods.
Yeah, it's still in the woods. It's next to a river.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful little
Literally
city,
right next to
but you're
river.
off the road. It's not like you're off the road.
Right.
You're just off the road. And so that doesn't make me feel as secure as the other place does. But...
Rose says she'll try and stay up on it.
Okay.
All right. So listen, I think that makes us come to the
Yep, it does. Doggone it. We had a fun day today.
Yeah, this was good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matt, for being with us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody for
tuning
in. And let's bring Matt in.
Bring Matt in so he can say goodbye.
Matt, take care. We'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Care.
All right. But as our
thank
theme
you. That was a
says,
cool one, Matt. That was really good. Like our theme song says, what a wonderful world. Thank you, Daddy.
Guys, have a good weekend.